Laura Smith answered the phone at her desk at Fort McPherson, Georgia, to learn that her husband, Howard, at Moody Air Force Base, Georgia, was on his way to the ER. Howard was vomiting and was tired. He had been tired for days, more tired than he had ever been before. Laura immediately hurried to her car and began the 4-hour drive to the hospital. And she found out that her husband was in trouble. Howard never throws up. Never, she said. Laura thought as she drove to be by his side. When Laura reached Howard, she was shocked. The ER physician, Dr. T. Comrade Williams, explained to her that Howard was likely suffering from a bleeding ulcer. Williams called in a gastroenterologist and several diagnostic tests were performed. The doctor confirmed that Williams had already lost 70% of the blood in his body. He also said how Howard not only suffered from a bleeding ulcer, but one located in his abdomen, the part of the stomach containing a major artery. So not only did he lose that 70%, but he was continuing to lose blood. Do you know that in our lifetime, 25% of us will need a blood transfusion at least once? There are several types and components of blood. The blood is made up of plasma, red blood cell, and platelets. Now, the plasma is the liquid part of the blood. The red blood cells are the cells that carry nutrients throughout the body, and the platelets are the ones that fight the diseases. There are also several types of blood. Just because it's red doesn't mean it's one particular type. You have what is called type A, type B, AB, and O. Now, type AB is classified or labeled as the universal recipient. That means anyone with a type of blood that is AB can receive blood from anybody else. Now, if you are type O, you're considered the universal donor. That means that you can donate blood to anyone. Do you know that every time a whole blood donation is made, you can save up to 3 people? Now that we have learned about the blood types and characteristics, let's learn about the donation process. The donation process is very, very simple. Wow. You have 2 types of donation. You have what is called partial donation and what is called whole blood donation. During partial donation, you would either donate plasma, you will donate red blood cells, or you will donate platelets. If you're doing a whole blood donation, that means the needle is inserted into your veins and your blood is extracted as a whole unit. Whenever you start the blood donation process, you're going to start with a questionnaire. Now they're going to ask you your basic information, where are you from, where were you born, date of birth, and all this information that they get from you is going to go to a database. And this database will make the following process, or the next time you donate, a lot easier. In case you're not familiar, once you are into the database, they also give you a blood donor card. This card that I have in front of me is my actual blood donation card. It has my name on it, and in the back, it has all the times that you have donated. So once you donate blood, you will receive one of these as well. The extraction process is very simple, like I said earlier. First, they sanitize your arm with some medicine, usually iodine. If you're allergic to iodine, they will use another type of antiseptic. They're going to insert the needle into your arm, and once they insert it, all you have to do is relax and wait. The extraction process takes about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how much blood or how healthy you are. Once you have donated the blood gets stored away and gets sent to a laboratory for further research, further examination. Now that you have donated the blood, it's time to rest. And usually when you are involved in the blood donation process, you will have what is called a holding area. During this holding area, or in this holding area, they will have snacks for you to replenish your nutrients. And I remember back when I was in college, my main motivation was to get to this holding area, because it was just an easy way to get some lunch. Go donate some blood, get some free snacks. In this holding area, you will wait, you will get your snacks, and once you feel better, you're released to go. Now, as far as the frequency, how often can you do it? You can do it every 2 months. Every 2 months. That's an average of how long it takes you to replenish all these nutrients. So every 2 months, you could go and you could get your blood donation. Keep in mind that blood cannot be bought off the shelf at some store. It cannot be created at a lab. The only true source of blood is individual donations made by volunteers and individuals like you. Anytime is a good time to donate blood. Do not wait for supplies at the blood banks to go to a low level. I encourage you, each one of you, to make the decision to donate blood today. There are plenty of people and patients in hospital relying on blood donations. They may be strangers that you may encounter in the streets. They may be your friends, your family members, and most importantly, one day that could be you. Thank you for your time.